When a narcissist turns people against you, this is what you should do that you may never think about. Everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is none other than the infamous flying monkeys. Don't worry, we'll dive into that momentarily. But first, if you're new here, make sure to click the notification bell and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest content related to narcissism. We've got a plethora of videos coming your way, filled with insightful and practical information that you might not be familiar with yet. Now getting back to our main focus, flying monkeys. In this video, we'll be discussing the best course of action when a narcissistic individual in your life starts turning others against you. As someone embedded in this narcissistic world, you might be familiar with the terminology of flying monkeys. Essentially, these are people whom the aforementioned individual reaches out to, your parents, friends, siblings, co-workers, or anyone in your network, and shares terrible things about you, all in a ploy to break down your support system and convince these individuals to side with the narcissist. The flying monkey dynamic is a commonly witnessed phenomenon, especially amidst a divorce. Since the separating parties share extended family networks, the narcissistic spouse seizes on this opportunity to approach their soon-to-be ex-partner's acquaintances and manipulate the narrative by spreading malicious rumors. Their aim is to sway these individuals to become their allies and chip away at their partner's support system, thus accentuating their power imbalance. As a result, the partner, already subjected to continuous gaslighting in the narcissistic relationship, doubts their self-worth even more due to their trusted network aligning with the narcissist. How do they pull this off, you might ask? Simply put, narcissists exude charm and charisma, radiating a semblance of generosity and knowledge of social dynamics that enables them to schmooze with ease. Believe me, they possess an exceptional ability to manipulate and sway people around you to buy into their fabricated stories. They exploit their charm to display a rational and emotional appeal, persuading others to extend their support towards them. They will go to any lengths to taint the image of your daughter, sister, or friend and set the conversation's tone. They might adopt a patronizing and cautious tone as they relay hurtful information about your loved ones. However, beware, these are mere tactics in their arsenal to elevate their standing. They are adept in the art of manipulating people, and it is nothing short of disgusting. They will weaponize your past arguments or weave elaborate stories, embellished with outright fabrications to better serve their purpose. Their aim is straightforward. They hunger for power, and the only way to achieve this end is by having everyone's support. In some ways, their approach seems infantile, resembling tactics one might see in an elementary school playground. However, their motivations are far more severe, and their tactics much more effective, as they strive for complete control over their surroundings. For a narcissist, the win trumps everything else. Winning people over and attaining power over others is the core motivator for them. And once they achieve this, it only further validates their superiority complex. But what can you do if you find yourself on the receiving end of their manipulations? As we already know, narcissists thrive on the flying monkey dynamic. The first thing you need to do is give yourself ample time to process the emotions that come with such a situation. When a narcissist poisons the minds of people once close to you with unfounded allegations against you, it is natural to feel grief and hurt. You may begin to feel like everyone is suddenly slipping away from your grasp, and it may seem like people are avoiding you by not returning your calls or canceling plans with you. It is crucial to prioritize your well-being and seek support from trusted friends and family, or even a therapist to tackle the mental toll. Lastly, it is essential to stand your ground and counter their baseless accusations with reasonable evidence and communication with the affected individuals. Take this for example. During a family event, the kind-hearted brother was taken aback by the cold and detached attitude everyone exhibited towards him. He couldn't fathom the reason behind their behavior and began to dissect his actions, wondering if he had inadvertently offended anyone. He was confused and perplexed, wondering if he had missed a death anniversary or something else. He couldn't make sense of it. Several months later, someone in his social network revealed his brother's secret plan of spreading lies and rumors about him behind his back. It came as a massive shock to him. In hindsight, when he revisited those conversations and events, he realized how well the narcissist had played them all. Terrible, right? Witnessing how quickly and effortlessly the narcissist manipulated everyone so masterfully was heartbreaking. Despite all the complexities and dynamics within the family structure, the kind brother was devastated and unsure how to deal with this situation. He was grieving that this group of people, once his support network, had now abandoned him and turned their backs against him. Several of you may have gone through similar experiences. These scenarios can potentially inflict real harm and damage on you, at your workplace or within your community and family. Narcissists typically fail to comprehend the consequences of their actions, primarily because they lack empathy. Their manipulative tactics can be highly damaging to the people they target. When you think about the story again and contemplate if those people he lost mattered to him, the answer would be affirmative, right? And yet, he has to lose those people. Some individuals who were always fond of you were able to shake off the negative influence relatively fast. But what was more devastating for you were those who didn't come around and took all of the narcissistic person's lies at face value. Please reflect on whether individuals who could turn their back on you that easily were worth keeping in the first place. I understand that it was a difficult pill to swallow, as they were people you had known for decades. But if they could be influenced so quickly by one person's story, it does beg the question of how strong was the connective tissue in that relationship in the first place. More importantly, why didn't they come to you directly and express their concerns when the narcissist maligning your reputation was family, a spouse, or someone close to you? It is indicative of how essential communication and how imperative it is to approach things directly and have open conversations. When someone is going around doing a hatchet job on you, spouting lies and rumors, it is vital for those around you to take a step back from these stories and have the courage to discuss things directly with you, rather than taking someone else's hearsay as gospel truth. If those you thought of as friends and family genuinely cared about your well-being, the healthy ones in your social network would have approached you directly to discuss their concerns. Like the kind brother in the previous story, it is the individuals who have healthy relationships with you who tend to reach out first and say, "Hey, I just heard something, and it was pretty upsetting." In the mentioned story, the one good and honest person in the kind brother's network was the first to notice things didn't add up and confront him about it. It is typically the good people in your midst who will see through the lies and deceit and approach you directly. However, having to rebuild your reputation, especially when you're entirely innocent, can feel incredibly unfair, painful, and uncomfortable. It is a cruel and unjust state of affairs that can take a lot of effort, emotional energy, and time to overcome. It can be unsettling to watch your relationships being put to the test. However, you could see the silver lining in all of this if you reflect on how the narcissist's actions have revealed the true nature of some of your relationships. It is essential to gauge whether those individuals who were swayed so quickly were genuine friends or merely acquaintances. For anyone who has experienced the pain of being a victim of flying monkeys, the advice I always offer is to approach the situation with grace. Narcissists are skilled at manipulating people, and they are adept at preying on individuals' vulnerable spots. In these circumstances, it's critical to be gracious towards those who may have allowed themselves to be misled. Instead of denying rumors, the best approach is to be empathic towards the person and acknowledge the experience of being subjected to this sort of negativity. You could tell them that you're sorry that they were put in such a terrible situation and express the hope that they know you well enough to understand that the lies don't represent who you are. Perhaps even encourage them to reach out to you directly in the future and assure them that you're always available to listen. In doing so, you can take something that has caused you pain and use it as an opportunity to demonstrate your best qualities and your willingness to support others. To disempower a narcissist's darkness, you must bring in the light. Narcissistic individuals are primarily driven by their insecurity, leading them to treat others like pawns on a chessboard, moving them around to win the game. When they try to spread malicious gossip about you to turn people against you, it's all part of their game of chess. They seek to win as many people over to their side as possible, turning it into a vicious game of tactics to outsmart you. However, you don't have to let them win. It is possible that the narcissistic person in your life may share personal information about your relationship with others inappropriately, including betraying trust and sharing sensitive information that you perhaps shouldn't have shared with them. It is a devastating thought that they might use family secrets to hurt you, as these are things you shared in private, with the understanding that they would be kept confidential. In such cases, you must attempt to fix the rupture in the best way possible. If you did share things that were inappropriate, take responsibility for that and do your best to make amends. Seeking therapy during this challenging time can help you deal with the gaslighting, which can be destabilizing and confusing. It is essential to remember that you have support systems in place, and you should seek out anyone in your world who has your back. Similar to the kind brother story, some people in that person's world stepped forth to say they heard something and knew it could not be accurate. These are the people you need in your corner. Although flying monkeys and narcissists turning people against you can be incredibly painful, the one silver lining is that it reveals who your true friends and allies are. If people are willing to abandon you so quickly, it might suggest that there wasn't much of a relationship there in the first place. In summary, bringing light to any situation is the best defense against the darkness. Seek support and love from the people who believe in you and stand with you during your most challenging times. So, I hope this video is informative enough. Thank you for watching this video.
So everyone, what do you think of today's video? After watching this video, I'm sure you have learned something new from this, right? So have you ever felt betrayed by someone you trusted and can't seem to understand why people you thought were loyal have turned against you? It might come as a surprise, but a narcissist's ability to manipulate and turn people against you can shatter your perception of trust and loyalty, and it is not even surprising anymore, for me at least. This is a hard truth indeed. Narcissists can weaponize people against you and what you can do to protect yourself from their toxic influence. This is what's matter. So the allure of the narcissist. Narcissists are charming and confident individuals who can quickly win people over with their charm. They typically have a group of ardent followers and can easily influence the opinions of the people around them. And then we have the smear campaign. When a narcissist feels their ego is threatened, they resort to a smear campaign against their target. They dig up obscure details or even fabricate lies to discredit their target and turn people against them. And then another component is flying monkeys. Narcissists often have a group of loyal followers who will do anything to appease them. They are the flying monkeys who work tirelessly to execute the narcissist's agenda. These individuals are also often the ones who propagate the smear campaign against the narcissist's target. And another bad thing is gaslighting. Narcissists are experts at manipulating people's emotions. They can twist truths, turn things around, and make the target doubt their perception of reality. Gaslighting is often used in conjunction with smear campaigns and can be a potent tool against their targets. Narcissists also use self-doubt and isolation. The psychological impact of a narcissist smear campaign can be very devastating. Individuals who have been targeted by a narcissist may start to question not just their character, but that of everyone around them. They may start to feel isolated and alone, unsure of who to trust, and more. So, dealing with the aftermath of a narcissist smear campaign can be traumatic and take a toll on your emotional well-being. This is for sure. However, know that you are not alone in this, and there are ways to protect yourself from their toxic influence. Always trust your intuition and seek support from genuine friends and family members. Remember that a narcissist's power only exists as long as you give it to them. So don't fall for their manipulation tactics and always prioritize your mental well-being above everything else. And if you still need something else, please don't hesitate to check the link in the description box below. I'm sure you can find something interesting to learn. Thank you for watching today's video, and don't hesitate to write your thoughts and opinion in the comment section below. If you have anything to say, please subscribe to this channel if this is your first time here. Well, thank you again and have a nice day, everyone.